Oh, guys, I'm going to be going live, okay?
Wait. I think you should be live.
Can you check? Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
We're live?
you're live.
All right, shout out. Thank you, Evan. Oh, you got to sit here. Come on, I got to change screens. I've got my assistant with me. So thank you very much. Oh, and I have Jill with me too.
Hi.
So thank you everybody for joining us. Welcome back to YesYouCan.guru. This is Jules and Jill, and today we are still talking about immunity. I don't know if you caught our video that we did on Saturday, which is so much information. So we just kind of wanted to recap that, and I wanted to start with an introduction saying that Jill and I just have these wonderful tools in our tool belt that we can use for ourselves and our family, and our heart is really just to share them with people and just send out a positive message. And people are just really nervous and afraid these days, and it's like a good recipe, which I said on Saturday. It's like if we're excited about something, our heart is just to help others. And we were also talking that we can just be so focused on our own life and our own lifestyle that we forget about just that helping hand and reaching out and talking to other people. So that's our heart behind these videos. So thank you so much for bearing with us. We had some technical difficulties on Saturday, but my expert 13-year-old has got us live and rolling today. So we are very excited, and thank you, Evan. So we just talked about a little bit like what essential oil is, and there's a slide I want to show you about how the essential oils, when you go to the doctor and you don't feel so good and they say, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do for you, an antibiotic will not help you. So we actually, the essential oils can help the body get into balance. Okay, so let me show you that slide via my assistant here. Oh, yeah, this one. Okay, so the essential oils have the ability to penetrate and carry nutrition through the cell wall to help the health of the cell. And I think that's just so important. There's just a little picture there about how the virus is that yellow hanging in the purple circle there, and the essential oil is that like kind of gold wavy hair kind of going in, and the bacteria hangs outside of the cell there. So that's why Jill and I just really believe in therapeutic grade essential oils. So
Hey, Julie,
yeah.
I'm still seeing your face. I don't see the slide yet.
Oh, you don't see? Oh, thank you. Oh, how's that?
Okay, I see my huge face. Yeah, it looks like you're picking your
No,
screen now.
this one. Okay, there.
There we go. That's
Okay.
it.
Thank you, Jill. So there's the cell with the purple. The little virus is yellow, hanging out in the cell membrane, and then the little yellow wavy hair is the essential oil, so it can help. Oh, nice! Look at that. Very good. So I also wanted to say that doTERRA has therapeutic grade essential oils. So these are different than the ones you're going to get at the drugstore. Okay, so let's go back to, all right, so what time is it? I just want to make sure that we gave people time. So it's 1 o'clock exactly. So just go back, yeah. So I just wanted to give people just a few minutes to log in with us and say hello. But we have a good PowerPoint for you today. We're talking about doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I absolutely love this. And the reason why I got it was because it has a 30-day money back guarantee.
Yes.
I'm going to take it. I've heard so much about vitamins. Vitamins and supplements is almost like a buzzword. And so I thought, well, I'm going to get it. And it has all these promises, and I'm not going to feel any different or any better, and I'm going to return it. Well, that was the start of a long journey with Lifelong Vitality. I felt so great. I had so much more energy, my clear thinking, and I've stayed, thank goodness, really healthy. So, Jill, what's your experience with the Lifelong Vitality Pack?
Well, it was funny. I got started with doTERRA using the essential oils because I tried a few and had some amazing results with that. And it took me over a year. I was actually sharing oils with all my friends and having classes, and we were making things, but I was not using the Lifelong Vitality Pack because I had these awesome supplements from my natural doctor, and I just figured, well, these are working for me, and I'm sure doTERRA is great because everything they have is high quality, but I just really like what I have from my natural doctor. And then I finally, that 30-day, guarantee, I thought, you know what, I'll just try them. And I started them on a Monday, and I remember very clearly by Wednesday saying, I feel different. I feel different. I have more energy. And I just kind of wondered if that was a fluke. But then I started talking to other people, and they said the same thing within those first 3, 4, 5 days, sometimes even the same day. They saw an increase in energy. And I think it's because these get into your cells very quickly and are just powering everything up. And especially that alpha CRS really does pack a punch. And it really not only gives all these nutrients, but also helps, your heart health, your brain health, just supports your whole body. And actually today, you can kind of hear I joked, I said I sound like a 14-year-old boy. And the thing is, there's something, I don't know what's going on, if it's a head cold, I'm not sure. But I started with my oils, and I'm taking my Lifelong Vitality Pack every day. And I feel like whatever this is I'm dealing with, I am, it's staying low key. And, I put on my oregano, my thyme, I take my On Guard capsules, I keep my Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I'm doing fine. I'm doing just fine. So it's encouraging that we've got things in our arsenal. And I'm not going to put any claims on what I think this is, but, my breathe, I'm just using, the first thing I did was, what can I do to support my lungs? And, that first night I felt pretty crummy. And then yesterday morning woke up feeling pretty good. And I just got this now, boy going through puberty voice. But other than that, doing great. But I've been taking Lifelong Vitality Pack for 6 years now. We order it every month. My kids take it. I'm a foster parent, and one of the first things I do is I start getting my kids on supplements, because the doctors will always say, not always, but in my case, the kids who have come to me through foster care, they are nutrient deficient. They eat pizza, hot dogs, chicken nuggets. They don't eat any vegetables except maybe some occasional, if you can call mashed potatoes a vegetable, it's really more of just a starch. And I love potatoes, but it's not, when you think of nutrients, there's no nutritional value that I can think of.
Yeah.
Corn, they eat mashed potatoes and corn, and that's French fries. And they always come to me nutritionally deficient. And so one of the first things I do is, depending if they're old enough, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I'll usually see a big turnaround. And for the little ones, the A to Z, which my 4-year-old is. And it's just, you're just going to find, it's just so sad these kids are not getting enough nutrition, and they're it's just a great way to supplement what they're missing. Because we just see, again, my 4-year-old, we're still working on nutritional health for her, because it's just, she was 2 when she came into foster care, and sadly those first 2 years were not nutritional foods of any kind. It was probably just a lot of junk, whatever was laying around, probably a lot of cereal, which again, it's not bad, but if that's all you're eating, it's not going to, so compound that with trauma, so your body isn't functioning well. I can't say enough. And we'll talk a little bit about the probiotic, but I always get the kids on PB Assist because they're always constipated. They always have diarrhea. You get them on a good probiotic, and that will clear up pretty quickly. Yeah. So I'm going off topic, but Lifelong Vitality has been a huge game changer. I was diagnosed with celiac disease about 12 years ago, and I just always needed vitamins because I had so many years of not being able to absorb nutrients very well. If you're not familiar with celiac, it really you have a very leaky gut. Your digestion is pretty off. And so I've really needed vitamins to get me back to a healthy place. And Lifelong Vitality does it so well. And my chiropractor, my natural doctor, she loves, I brought them to her, she loves them. And she's like, totally use those. So instead I was getting from her, she really gave her a thumbs up. She went through all the nutritional stuff and was very impressed. So I will always help you. Yeah, one story real quick, I'll be done after this. But I had a woman come to me who was very, very sick. She'd actually, just anything over the counter, prescriptions were making her very sick. And actually after a round of antibiotics, she got very, very sick. She couldn't get out of bed for a month. Very sick.
Oh, that's right.
And when she came to it was heartbreaking because she came to one of my classes and she could barely walk. She needed someone to help her walk. And my aunt had told her to come because she was so worried about this friend of hers. And so we talked and we talked, and I really felt like she needed lifelong vitality pack. And clearly they were very strapped financially, but I really said, you got to try this natural solutions kit because you've got to nourish your body. And she did. She bought it, and she every month is ordering all the. It was a life changer for them. And she even called and she's like, "How can these work so fast?" And I said, "I know her, but she is like my biggest doTERRA fan. She is every month I'm seeing all the supplements. She's seen them change her life, and she knew what it was like to be a death store, and now she knows what it's like to have vitality. So it's just been such a blessing to watch that, to be part of that system. So
Yeah.
I'm talking about this today, Julie.
It's okay. No, I have two people that I'm thinking of that have the same story, that were just so just riveted by whatever was going on with them, and they started the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and it has turned their life around. And so that's why, and I saw it in my own life, and that's why I'm such a believer, and this is why I just wanted to share the story about Lifelong Vitality Pack, because whoever I talk to, whatever they want to promote or improve, it always goes down to Lifelong Vitality Pack. That whatever they're struggling with, the Lifelong Vitality Pack would definitely help them. So anyway, all right. So we have a PowerPoint for you to keep us moving through here. So I'm just going to start with that, and that would be. Hang on, my assistant is helping me. Where did the PowerPoint go?
Thanks, Kevin.
So yeah, I can get there through this. Oh, this is in Spanish. I can get there from here.
There you go. It's saved. You click on that again, and okay.
Oh no, I need to. No, it's in here. We had it, but it left us. Hang on, bear with us.
Resources, tons of books, and if you ever want to go on and just learn more about what oils can do, they look at all these beautiful resources they have. Anytime this is available for anyone, this isn't just for members, this is anyone can go on here and research.
Yeah, that's what I love about it, is that all these are available to anybody. You don't have to be a member.
Yeah, our leaders love to share this stuff. Like, I don't see a lot of hoarding of information. Like, if this team knows something, they're going to be like, "Hey, check this out." So
Yeah.
we are just so blessed to have so much information and such a caring community.
Okay, we're getting there. I take myself or one of my kids to the doctor. They always want to start with the gut health. All right, so then just.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what it is. It's just There we go. Yay! Thank you, Evan. Okay, so it's a Lifelong Vitality Pack. So it says, look, feel, and live younger, longer, and that is quite the claim. But I love it. So yeah, that's what there's three sets of supplements, and that's the goal of those supplements. Okay, and then next one. So then measuring wellness, people measure wellness differently. Some people measure it how they feel, how they walk, how they move around day to day. Some people measure it by blood tests and stuff like that. But usually it's just a combination of things, what your statistics are and how you feel. Okay. So then there's risk factors, and some of them are beyond our control. Our family, medical history, if your parents or grandparents, you might see something that's passed down from generation to generation, or you might just be predisposition to a certain disease. It might just be in your DNA. But the things that we can control are our diet, exercise, stress level, which I think is huge, especially now. I feel like everyone is so stressed out, and sleep patterns. I feel like we're not sleeping, we're staying up, watching the late night news, and just stressing. So even if we have a family predisposition, we can lower our risk for these issues. And now we got another PowerPoint. Yay. So I think it's just like an obstacle these days is to manage our stress, to take time to exercise, to get good sleep, to have the right nutrition, and then just to reduce exposure to toxins that are just harmful to the body. So this slide is just a little bit, harder to understand. The EAR is the estimated average requirement, and you can look this up. There's a source down there. You can look that up for your own age, height, and weight. But it just shows that basically we are undernourished through vitamins. Okay, so what happens when this isn't met? Should we move our picture over? So more serious issues can arise. Existing conditions can worsen. So what's the solution? So for many supplements are a useful way to provide the body with adequate vitamins, minerals, and nutrition that can support a healthy function. So why supplements? Like I said earlier, I feel like vitamins and supplements can be such a buzzword. And I think a lot of people have their own opinion. Kind of, Jill, like you were saying, you wanted to stick to the vitamins that you were already using, even though you really believed in everything that doTERRA had to offer. I don't know why that keeps popping up. But the fact remains that we just aren't getting enough. We try to cultivate a healthy lifestyle with activity, exercise, healthy habits, and then the supplements. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack is designed to promote health, energy, longevity, while supporting the wellness throughout the aging process. And I like to say, as time goes by. Okay, so this is where we're getting into the real benefits of the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I just love it. It's an antioxidant. It's immune support, energy support, nutritional support, and safe and effective ingredients. So nothing harmful. Jill, you were talking earlier about you and I both took the Flintstone vitamins when we were younger.
Yep.
And it had limestone in it, which our body can't even process.
Yeah, you'll find some of the minerals if you go to a health food store. Some of the there are minerals, technically on the label you are getting, but because of where they're derived, your body can't absorb it. So yay, I'm getting this mineral, but I'm gonna pee it out, and
Exactly.
and that's illegal. I mean, sadly, that's legal. It's you're buying expensive urine. That's all you're doing. And so when doTERRA first came up with, they wanted, along with essential oils, they wanted a very, very strong foundation. And I'm not sure if it's still true, but I know that Lifelong Vitality was our #1 selling product. It probably still is.
Yeah.
But they specifically wanted all the things our body needed, not too small, not too big. They really wanted the right amount that would fit our busy day, and honestly acknowledge, I don't know when, what your last, confession, what was the last junk food you ate? Because I had a Cadbury cream egg.
Nice. I think I had Doritos.
Okay. So we're gonna cheat. I mean, I know we try to eat healthy. I try to eat a low sugar, but I just got really tempted today, and my husband bought a bunch of Cadbury cream eggs. Boom. Now I got something that just suppressed my immune system. There's some sugar.
Yeah.
Our lifestyle is just going to pull us into needing more nutrients to support our body.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
it's just such a blessing that there's just something that can help. And our soil doesn't have the same nutrients it did. So the food that we eat, I mean, I don't know if you eat 100% organic. I can't afford to eat 100% organic. I've got 4 kids. We try, but the things that are coming from the soil now just aren't what grandma and grandpa ate. They're just not. And I want to live to be 92 like my grandma, but I'm going to have to make sure that I'm getting nutrients from somewhere else, because my grandma was a farm girl. She got lots of healthy, nutritious foods, lots of fresh air. That's me. So we've got to come up with ways to support our bodies.
Yeah. Okay, then there's just a price comparison of all the great things that are in the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And if you were to buy them separate, separate them out, that would be the equivalent to that. So, all right, so the first one we're going to talk about is the Alpha CRS. And I like to think of it as can't remember stuff. So this is the one that's just going to be like the cellular renewal. And it just helps the brain function as well. They all do, but I can't remember stuff.
One, this is
Okay.
like my energy powerhouse.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. And the next slide, it provides the body with antioxidants, promotes vitality, and improved energy levels, and has a DNA protection. Because when we protect those cells in our body at the smallest level, then we're promoting the organs and the whole system. It's the whole, many parts, one whole kind of thing. So here's the ingredients in it, which I just love. I love the turmeric. I just love all of them. So you can look that up. Here's a little molecule, how it just supports a healthy function by protecting the cell and the DNA, promotes cellular energy by supporting the health of the mitochondria, supports healthy cellular immune function, and supports mental clarity and brain function. So that's my CRS. I can't remember stuff. Oh, go ahead, Jill.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I really like that.
All right, and then here's the second one that's in it. So basically, like this is going to be the essential oil one. It has a lot of great essential oils in it. So it has the omega-3, the omega-6, and the omega-9. Essential fatty acids. Our bodies produce some of them, but they just can't produce everything that our body needs. So it's good to have a supplement with that. So this is what's in it: the frankincense, the clove, the thyme, the cumin, the wild orange, peppermint, ginger, and chamomile. And so these are all going to be great, just immune supporting ones, antioxidants. So then here's the benefits, just everything. I just love the picture because it's like it's everything in the whole body. So I won't read the slide off to you, but you can just see like immune function, brain, cellular, muscle, joints, heart, and circulatory health. This comes in the vegan formula, and that's the one that you get, right, Jill?
Yeah. I cannot fish. Just don't agree with me, and fish don't get along. And the omega is fantastic, and I can't just ramble off all the ingredients. It's still a very strong product, very strong. And so I use the V's, and all my kids use the X, and my husband. But it's very, very fabulous product.
Yeah, it's nice that there is that option. Okay. So yeah, so this is the last one in the group, and then there are all. So this is all your vitamins, your vitamin B's, your zinc, magnesium, and I find a lot of people don't get enough magnesium in their body. So then here's the benefits of the very last one. So it has 22 essential vitamins and minerals to support normal growth, function, and maintaining of the cell. So there again, that's everything that we need. Healthy digestion as well. So many powerhouse ingredients in this one. Desirable benefits. It's easy to see why. This is just a must-have product in the LLB. And then again, it comes in the vegan formula. Okay, so then incorporating this into your life, of course, we want to promote the healthy eating, the exercise, the stress management, especially with everything going on now. Reduce the toxins. And be informed and just be proactive about ourselves. I talked to so many people that were like, well, now I finally have the time to do all the things that I've been wanting to do to be healthy, which is sad. Like we really should put our health as number one on our list. So then lastly, we just have like the dosing. And so basically it's 4 capsules with food of all 3 of them a day. There's an expiration date on the package, and just keep it in a cool, dark place with the rest of your vitamins. So, all right, so that's that. And then, of course, doTERRA has a enrollment package that has lifelong vitality pack. Let me just go back to the video. But then Jill and I also wanted to make a shout out for a probiotic as well. We're talking kind of about like the healthy gut and healthy immune system. So a probiotic, and I love doTERRA's. It has it's 2 capsules, and with it has a probiotic and a prebiotic, and it has that chlorophyll. I always want to say chloroform, but that's not the right one. As a chlorophyll, which is in the plants. It's what makes it green. So, and then a digestive enzyme, which really helped me, especially when I started like all of a sudden eating healthy and changed my whole diet. My whole system was like, what are these healthy foods and what's all this? And so the digestive enzyme really just helped. It helps the body absorb the nutrition in our food and vegetables. So,
and Julie, it also helps break down the food that we're eating,
yes,
so that you're eating, especially if you're going very healthy and you're eating more raw foods, more raw vegetables. Our bodies sometimes have a hard time digesting foods that are raw, especially if we're used to more fast food, processed foods. And so a lot of people, you're eating a lot of raw stuff, breaking, because it basically is giving your body more, and sort of like, well, there's always been they do an example of, they'll take some applesauce, and I've done this before, put some of that digestive enzyme in, and it will turn the applesauce to liquid, just a straight liquid, like water, like a water. So it's basically, and then that way your body can absorb every last little bit of it. So you're getting all the nutrients. Because imagine if you eat a carrot and your body never breaks down the carrot. So those like 15 bites of carrot just go right through you. You didn't get any nutrients for that.
Yeah.
So, and I wanted to throw in how this affects our emotional health as well, because we talked about the XC omega and how it's so good for your brain and your heart. If we have brain inflammation, which stress can lead to that brain inflammation, you are going to have emotional issues. You're going to be more anxious, depressed, angry. If you can't be all in sync, you're gonna emotionally feel it.
Yeah.
And one of the things I really liked is people say they're calmer, and people who get started on the probiotic, by making your gut health better, there's actually like a pathway between our brain and our gut. And if that pathway has any inflammation or blockages, we're not going to be able to send the same signals throughout our body that we can. And so people have said that they have less anxiety, specifically less anxiety when they get their gut healthier. So this isn't just about our physical, this is our emotional. We can be more peaceful and kind to the people around us. We can feel more content. We can sleep better. It's easier to eat better because we're not craving sugar because our body is so out of sync. So it's such a blessing. And I know that I'm out there asking people to make a financial commitment, but it will change your life. And you have a 30-day money back guarantee. And so especially like a time like this, you want to be as healthy as possible. You just want your immune system ready for anything that's coming at you, because the healthier you are to begin with, the easier you're gonna, just like I am right now with this issue, I'm gonna kick it out. I feel really comfortable with that. Whatever's going on, I'm gonna kick it out. But I think if I was eating a bunch of junk food, I didn't have supplements, I wasn't using my oils, like whatever this is that's bothering me, it would last longer.
Yeah.
So
I definitely feel that way too. Yeah. And if I don't take my LLV for, a few days or so, if I'm, just get lazy with it, then I'll think, why am I in so much pain? Or why am I struggling with this? And I can really feel it in my body. I'm like, oh, duh, what am I doing? But we just get so caught up in our, our daily lives and stuff. I'm like, no, I need to take time to take care of myself. I always think of on the airplane where they talk about put your oxygen mask on first before you put on somebody else's. So it's like, yes, I need to take the time to sort through my pills and, give myself the proper nutrition that I need.
Start to forget. I've had people say, like, I'm going to save money, so I'm not going to order LLV this month. And like 10 days into the month, they're like, me my LLV, and they're
Yeah.
like ordering it. They're like, what was
Yeah.
this? I thought I could save a few bucks, and it's
Yeah.
just not worth it.
Yeah.
Because I get tired. Like for me, I'm tired if I don't take my vitamins. So that's like where I feel hit most, like the first response, and I'm like, oh, I didn't take my LLV yesterday. Well, that's why I'm
Yeah.
feeling crummy. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those like one of those basic self-care. Yeah, it's just self-care. I feel like
Yeah.
we're so concerned about making sure our kids are up to date on all their doctor's appointments and everything, their clothes for the spring, whatever. We need to make sure that like foundationally we are keeping ourselves healthy so that we can, get out there and do everything we want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. All right. So there's an enrollment pack, and I don't have that picture up anymore. Do I? I can link it below. No, I don't have. We got lots of PowerPoints, but that's okay. Oh, I can. Yeah, I can get it through here.
Okay. And this is a kit. If you have not gotten started with doTERRA, you can always get started with one of these that will give you 20% off, as we talked about the other day. There's still, what's the date? It's so funny. What is it, the 30th today?
Yeah. Yeah.
So funny. I don't know what date it is.
I know.
But up until the end of the 31st, there are enrollment kits that are currently 20% off. So it's just a great time to get started.
I have the Spanish version here. So it's called Healthy Habits. And I'll get you the English version. But there is a Spanish version if you need it. Or feel like a good challenge.
Yeah, you want to just do a lot of reading that's different.
It's 20% off of the already the wholesale price. Right?
Yeah, this is it really is rare to do the 20% off the kits. I mean, I can think of I've been sharing doTERRA for 7 years, and I can only think of maybe a couple of times I've done this. So I do encourage you, if this is something you've been wanting to do. I mean, obviously in these times, the best thing you can do is take care of your health. Be as healthy as you can. And these really do support your immune system and organ function, and just, obviously all the anxiety we're feeling right now, this is going to help that. This is going to help your anxious feelings. So just because we care, I just so want to encourage you to check these out, because I feel like we're doing pretty well. I feel like the kids are pretty chill. I mean, we had a little accusation that someone might have stolen a puzzle piece, whatever. We worked through that, but I've been really so proud of how everyone's been able to be pretty calm and make the most of this. And I just think if we can keep ourselves healthy by just supporting our bodies, it's just worth every penny and more. I would pay triple.
Me too. Yes. And
it's
this
just
enrollment kit has the PB Assist. It has a probiotic, and it has the digestive enzyme. It has the Deep Blue rub, which is the reason why I started with doTERRA, because I don't know if you remember, Jill, I went to a class that you taught, and gave me a list of symptoms, and I was like, these are some serious symptoms. I'm like, I only have tendonitis. What do you have for tendonitis? And I rubbed some Deep Blue on my knee. I had tendonitis in for 4 months and could not get rid of it, and it was because I was running, and I even stopped running, and then I had to deal with the crazies. I run to get the crazies off. So I put the Deep Blue on, I stood up, and I didn't have to limp for the first time in 4 months. Now, granted, I had to keep applying the Deep Blue, but in 2 weeks, the tendonitis was gone. And so that's what really convinced me into the doTERRA. So it has that in it, the lifelong. It also has On Guard as well. So we were talking about On Guard, how it's a very effective antifungus, antibacterial, and antiviral. So it's a really great kit. It also has frankincense, and frankincense has when in doubt, frankincense, right?
Yeah, you just need to. Well, my little one, she fell. She tried to get out of the shower by herself. The floor is wet and slippery, and she took one step out and went flying, and she hit the back of her head on that track, or the door track.
Yeah.
And it was bad. It was. I mean, when I heard, I was a foot away and I heard her fall. And she actually had a cut from the track. And the first thing when you have, for kind of sort of like that head trauma, the first thing I do is get out my frankincense, because I've had people who have, been hurt during basketball games or whatnot. And frankincense just loves the brain, loves to keep it healthy. And I put frankincense, some lavender, and some adaptive on just for the emotional, because she was just just the horror of falling on her head. And it was just amazing how that bump is so much smaller today, because it was quite an egg. It's already smaller, but frankincense is just, I forgot how head, I know when when you have that, I want to be careful what words I use, but if you hurt your head, and because my thought was, if there is a concussion, I don't want to go to the hospital right now. It's dangerous to go to the hospital.
Right.
So I'm I was praying over her, Lord, please don't, I don't want her eyes to start dilating, or, where she starts vomiting. We just put the oils on, and, I kept her up a little bit longer. And not that I think she had a concussion, but she had a pretty nasty egg. And it's just, I'm so thankful for the oils, because we were able to get that bump down really fast and soothe the pain. And now she's back to her, sassy little self running around, and it's totally fine.
Yeah.
So,
which is all good.
Yeah. And did we talk about how you can keep ordering LLV at a really good price?
Oh, no, we didn't talk about that. Yeah. Yeah. So if you want to get the wholesale pricing with the enrollment packet, then LLV was it $79.50 each month after that. So, and then when you buy the vitamins again, you have an option of adding some other items that for $20, which is always a great deal. So I'll do the Deep Blue capsules, or I'll buy the PB Assist, and I'll get that for $20, which I always like to stock up on those. So
yeah, so they offer, if you order through the Loyalty Rewards program, you get a really good price. If you were to just order even wholesale, it would be more. But if you do that Loyalty Rewards program, which you can cancel at any time, there's no commitment, you're going to get it for only $79.50. And again, it would be, if you went, I've had people try this. They've gone to the health food store. You would spend, it was $260 was the last estimate I got. It would be a lot of money. You can get all three of these, everything you need in terms of your supplements, your vitamins, your fish oil, your DNA, trying to think the way to describe alpha CRS, but all of those things, it would be around $260, and you get it all for $79.50 if you go through Loyalty Rewards. And like I said, you can cancel anytime. You don't have to hoard up, $6,000 worth of vitamins before you can cancel. You can, so you just order as you need. You really just order as you need.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful program.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thank you, Jill. Hope you feel a little bit better. But like you said, I'm confident that you're going to kick this. But thanks for taking the time and join us today. And let's do another one. And I feel like we could still talk about immunity. I feel like there's so much more to talk about. But we'll come up with a topic, and we'll let everybody know what we're talking about next. So thank you very much. And we'll talk to you next time.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right, bye. Is she still talking?